What's up everyone, Darcblade returning with another Mass Effect 3 multiplayer revamped episode, where we take a look at the classes that may have changed since their original videos. In this episode I'm going to be revisiting one of my favourite characters, the Phoenix Adept, or ex-Cerberus Adept, depending on what you call him. The original spec for this character was 06666. I basically skipped out Singularity altogether. But this is before Singularity was buffed quite a few months back. Now the build I use is as follows. I still spec my characters for the harder difficulties in the game. I max out Singularity because it's quite an important ability now. In the original video, Singularity didn't really affect anyone who had protection, so that's shields, barriers, armor, so on and so forth. But now, since the buff, it will affect these opponents, so they can be set up for biotic explosions. This is what makes Singularity very good now. As for the specifics of Singularity, I put points into Detonate, Recharge Speed, and Radius. As for Smash, I keep this pretty much the same as I did in the original video, not changing any of the points or their positions. As for Lash, this is the same as in the original video too. I don't really change any of the points to do with this ability. However, I only put up to rank 4 in Phoenix Training and Fitness, going into Damage and Capacity in Phoenix Training and Durability in Fitness. You can, if you want to, change out the durability in favour of power damage in the Phoenix Training passive tree. But I personally like that little bit of extra durability. As for weaponry, nothing's really changed. Go for a nice pistol or submachine gun, something that's lightweight. As for gear slot, take something to either increase your biotic damage or maybe use something that increases your shields. This way it will make up for not having maxed out fitness. Now, the original video was released quite some time ago, and it basically excluded Singularity in favour of maxing out all the other abilities and passive abilities. This made for a fairly strong character, but with the old Singularity the way it was, lacked its full potential. The old build, in my opinion, is still viable, but it lacks finesse and it lacks the full potential, especially when it comes to damage, that the Phoenix Adept can do. With points now in Singularity, you're able to pull off strings of biotic combos and deal out a lot of damage quite quickly. With Singularity, you still create a dark sphere of energy that will trap and dangle unprotected enemies that are actually caught in this field. It will still dish out a decent amount of damage over time to anyone who is also caught around this field. But now with the changes, it will actually set up anyone who is caught in the field for a biotic explosion. This is the key reason why I've respec'd this character into Singularity. As for the specific ranks of Singularity, I put points into Radius over Duration. This is because with Radius it means I can affect more people with the damage over time effect, the dangling effect for unprotected opponents, and affect more people with the biotic combo setup. With rank 5, I put points into recharge speed over lift damage. This is because, to be honest, not many opponents are affected by the lift damage, especially on the harder difficulties, put it that way. I mean, opponents such as Brutes, Banshees and that, they can't be lifted at all. So I went for recharge speed. Also, having points into recharge speed allows me to refresh the biotic combo setups, if need be, that little bit quicker. As for rank 6, I put points into Detonate over Damage. Whilst damage is good, I'm trying to focus on creating as many biotic explosions as I can. And with Detonate, you get a little bit of an extra biotic explosion with Singularity. For example, if you first cast Singularity on an opponent, they're primed for a biotic explosion. Follow this up with either Lash or Smash. A biotic explosion will be created, the damage will be done, and then the target will then be set up for another biotic explosion thanks to the effects of Lash or Smash, as long as you put the right points in Smash, of course. Then the Singularity detonates, and this activates the biotic explosion set up by Lash or Smash. So as you can see, this creates quite a quick chain of biotic explosions. This is why I've respec'd the Phoenix Adept into Singularity. So overall, not loads have changed, but a substantial ability has changed enough for me to warrant making a revamped episode on the Phoenix Adept. Thanks to Singularity now being as good as it is, it means that this character's damage output potential has increased. Unfortunately though, this is at the cost of his durability, but to be honest, I think it's worth it. If you're interested in seeing what the old spec was like, as well as tips on how to play the Phoenix Adept, go back and check out my Mass Effect 3 multiplayer class guide to the Phoenix Adept. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Anyway, until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my revamped guide to the Phoenix Adept in Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.